Everyone, welcome to the show. I have some new polling data to share. It's pretty interesting. So the first poll was conducted by the New York Times and Siena College, and there's been a substantial shift in the number of respondents who believe the country is on the right track. That was probably one of the biggest takeaways. The numbers still aren't overwhelming and positive, but it's moving in the right direction. In July, the number of Democrats who believed the country was on the right track was only 27%. That number has jumped to 50%. Likewise, independents were at 9% in July. Now they're at 27%. Of course, there's no change with the Republicans. They were at 5% in both polls. When asked if they would back a Democratic candidate or Republican candidate in the midterms, the numbers were basically even when you factor in the margin of error and how Republican sentiment always seems to be undercounted in these polls. But here were the really telling questions and responses. So when asked which party could more accurately be described as extreme, 43% said Republicans, and only 37% said that the Democrats would be described as extreme. And 40% of the respondents said that the Democrats were focused on the most important issues facing the country, while only 38% said the same about Republicans. However, the poll did show that Republicans still hold a tiny lead with voters in the areas of immigration, gun control, and crime. In fact, Republicans scored a 14-point advantage in regard to illegal immigration. But here's one of the most fascinating parts of this poll. Even though the poll respondents said that they trust Republicans more on the economy, this is also by a 14-point margin, a sizable chunk are still planning to vote for Democrats due to abortion. And when they were asked specifically about abortion, by a margin of 2-1, the respondents said that it should either always or mostly be legal. And when asked when they supported or opposed the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe versus Wade, 52% said that they strongly opposed this decision. Only 19% said that they strongly supported it. And they talked to some people. They talked to some of these respondents. Here's what some of them had to say. So 82-year-old Republican James Moran told the Times that he'll be voting for Democrats in the midterms because, quote, "What has taken place is unacceptable to me. They've denied women the ability to control their own bodies. Should there be limit on that? There's limits on everything, but everything within reason." 19-year-old Mikey Bush said that even though inflation is really affecting her in a terrible way, she still plans to vote for Democrats due to abortion, immigration, and LGBTQ rights. She told the Times, quote, "At the end of the day, we're not fighting over politics. We're fighting over our human rights." 44-year-old Janine Spangers also cited inflation concerns, and unfortunately, she wrongfully pointed the finger at, quote, "free stuff" that she feels the Democrats are handing out, which she disagrees with. Still, Spangers said that she plans to vote for Democrats in the November midterm because abortion is her primary concern. And one thing that remains a constant is how the national presence of Donald Trump is negatively impacting the Republican Party. The Times interviewed 64-year-old independent voter Marvin Mersch, who said that he backs Republicans as far as an economic agenda goes. However, Mersch said that he also plans to vote for Democrats this year because of Trump. He told the New York Times, quote, "I think that every person in the nation should work hard to purge Donald Trump from the Republican Party in one way or another, because we need a healthy Republican Party, and it's not right now. It's sick." And all of these sentiments were corroborated by an NBC News poll. This was also conducted this month, but it was done earlier this month, and it was done by a Republican pollster. The results were very similar in every single way. And here's the rub for Republicans in regard to how Americans view the economy. The NBC poll asked if Biden's policies have helped or hurt the economy. 47% said that his policies have harmed the economy, right? That's not good. But a combined 51% said his policies have either helped the economy or they've made no difference at all. So a majority either view his policies as positive or neutral. And this poll, as with the Times Siena poll, registered an increase in Biden's favorability, while Trump's favorability basically has stayed the same. It's just stagnant. But this was really interesting. When asked if the various investigations into Trump should continue or stop, 56% said that they should continue, and only 41% said they should end. And the majority of independent voters and a decent chunk of the Republicans actually agree. Unsurprisingly, 92% of Democrats said, yes, they should continue. 56% of independents also agreed with that, and 19% of Republicans. So that's not good for the Republican Party and for Trump. This really is going to be a midterm election for the history books. I am convinced of it. I have a feeling we are all going to be walking around wondering what the heck just happened, whether good or bad. I think that we are going to be so shocked this year. All the old rules are you can pretty much toss them out the window with everything that's gone on. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.